For one of our honorable mention works, we have Figure in Orange, which is a beautiful stone sculpture here. I can just talk a little bit about the criteria I use for judging the exhibition, if that's helpful, before we move on to the other honorable mentions. I was, of course, looking at technical achievement in the given material and medium, so how well has the artist managed their composition, their chosen painting, drawing, collage, sculptural material, etc. Also for interesting subject matter, right? And some sense of the artist's individual take on those things, trying to sense these kind of more fully formed artistic voices in the show and in these individual works. For another honorable mention, I have this Evergreen by Jennifer Shin. Just love the sort of technical execution in the painting, the color, even that sort of beautiful rosy background, and appreciated it as a kind of stylistic departure and even material departure from some of the other work in the exhibition. Another honorable mention is The Tower of Fish by Emilie here. It was nice to see some digital work in the exhibition, and this one, particularly a kind of fantasy concept. What I particularly liked was the handling of light throughout the work, and of course this amazing sort of fictitious environment that's created with a amazing downward perspective through the space, very convincing.
Go.
Another of our honorable mentions is Water Lilies by Dellazoppa. Hopefully I got that correct. I just enjoyed the use of the collage material. Of course, it alludes to art historically rich subject matter like Monet, but I was particularly impressed with its construction from both collage and painting integration. Really quite a lovely textural piece visually. For another honorable mention, Farewell to Today by Wendy Macdonald. Particularly loved the sort of almost mystical handling of the watercolor. It reminded me of expressionist watercolors from the early 20th century, artists like Emilie, that yellow sky. So I responded to this work for some of those art historical reasons. For another honorable mention, I selected Utter Ends by Phyllis Russul. I love a sort of good visual joke, and there's quite a bit of humor going on here. Certainly the sort of rhyming of the shapes across the top with the ends of the cow, and what an unusual sort of subject. But the execution in the watercolor is actually quite subtle and lovely, as is the sort of stacked receding space. So really a fun work. With our third place award, we have Lost in Time by Aretz. I just really enjoyed the sort of complexity of the collage, the creation of a kind of gradient landscape space, and then some of the various themes that are brought up here, both musically and with the figures. All together, the color palette holds together very well and has lots of visual surprises. So I enjoyed seeing a collage at this scale. Way to go. And coming in second place is Waiting, this beautiful watercolor by Liang. I'm a watercolorist myself, and so just seeing the phenomenal sort of use of the medium in this case, it was really quite stunning. The sense of light in the work, as well as a kind of pensive subject matter seen from behind the dog. So there's quite a lot to like about the work, but really exquisite use of the medium. And now for our first prize, this goes to Souvenirs by Maes. Crystal actually has a number of really beautiful paintings in the exhibition, a couple of which could have won first prize, I think. So really, I chose this one just because of the really remarkable subject matter, the way that all of the repetition that she gets to play with in the context of this sort of wild set of characters in a landscape painting. It sort of is a representational painting and virtually an abstract painting at the same time. The medium is used beautifully. Really enjoyed this work, and I hope I can spend a little more time looking at it. Hi, my name is Jonathan Puls. I teach drawing and painting and art history at Biola University in La Mirada. It was a real honor to be invited as your juror for the exhibition this year. I love seeing the diversity of work in the show and artists of all backgrounds and ages working, and just want to encourage all of you and say you made my job very difficult as I looked around at all this diverse and interesting work and making my selections. So thank you for the opportunity. It really is an honor.